Hi everyone, welcome to Coffee Table Talks. That's good. I'm Pastor Jon Bell, and today I'd like to talk to you about wisdom. Man, do we need wisdom today. Knowing how to rightly understand the things in our world, knowing how to rightly understand our culture, knowing how to make right decisions, knowing how to assess things. We need wisdom. We need godly wisdom. We talked about last time demonic wisdom, that it's possible to have a completely skewed view of reality based on what's in our heart and our motives. And we were told that that wisdom comes from below, meaning it's demonic. So it will produce nothing good. And in fact, in James chapter 3, it says that it'll only lead to confusion and every evil thing. So I wanted to look at today how we can actually have wisdom, how to accurately see things correctly. And in James chapter 3, verse 17, we actually get sort of a grid in which we can view things, to process things, to understand things. And this grid is looking at things from a godly perspective. And that's why in James 3:17, you have to know this one, mark it down. It says, but. The reason it says, but, it's contrasting this wisdom to demonic wisdom. So here's the wisdom we want. It says, but the wisdom that is from above, very important. So think of it like this. The wisdom that we're about to get an understanding about, it actually comes from above. So it's not wisdom that's found on the earth. It's not wisdom that we can go to school and learn and have. It's not wisdom that we can research in the worldly fields of study. It comes from above. So when we have this vertical wisdom that comes from above, this wisdom will help us understand the things in the world on a horizontal plane. So way to look at this is we're never going to really understand the world correctly unless we have the wisdom that comes from above into our heart, giving us the view to correctly see things. So the wisdom that is from above, it says first it's pure. So there's a priority. There's an order. So what he's saying is the wisdom that comes from above, godly wisdom, the way that we will be able to correctly understand the world and have a right view of things coming from above. First, it's pure, meaning there's nothing added into it. This is a big problem that a lot of us make, is that we try to view the world with some of God's wisdom and then some of worldly wisdom, some of our experience, we pull from all these different ways, and we're not going to be wise that way. What the Bible says is godly wisdom, it comes from above and it's pure. It's not mixed with anything. It's purely and simply coming from a place where we're starting with this idea. God, what do you say about this? We sort of have to take our biases, our predispositions, just completely take that off the table and say, Lord, what is your view about this thing? So it's pure, it's not mixed. And when it's pure and not mixed with anything, here's what I want to end this particular session on, is this. And this is the question that we can really frame every view, every decision that we'd ever make, we can frame it with this. Does this glorify God? Does this glorify God? When we start off with that idea, that view, that understanding, because that's how men were created, that's the design of men, that we are created to glorify God. So we have to ask ourselves, when we apply godly wisdom to something, when we're about to make a decision or a statement or post something or like a meme or something like that, ask ourselves, does this glorify God? So I want to end this session on that and ask you and plead with you as a believer, as a Christian, say, whatever I do, is this glorifying to God? God bless you guys, and I can't wait to talk to you about the rest of wisdom that comes from God.